called Wake Up. Wake up. I've never felt your morning breath. I'd like to hear your memory of the night before. I'd like to order in smiles and coffee and exchange rhythms of eyes that barely open at the sight of the sunlight that glistens in. Momentary lapses of conversation enveloped by sleep. Wake up. I've never heard your morning voice. Shaky tones that match with shaky hearts filled with butterflies and anticipation. Chilled covers kissed by the breeze wrapped around naked bodies. Enough time in a day to undergo eternity. Eyes that tell a story even after words have been brushed upon candles all through the night. I want to read your lips, as alluring as they are, as you remind me how perfectly flawless the sunset was as you kissed the curves of my left collarbone. Wake up. I've never had the chance to offer you kisses as you awaken to sounds of an almost mute television, low enough to sound like morning so familiar that it brings you home. Wake up, overlapping limbs and hair muddled enough to give an impression of truly living. I've never felt your eyes stare at my sleeping body and know of the love that filled the room. Wake up. The next poem is Doped Up. Quite different. Doped Up. I need a second, a moment to pull you in, so you can hear these words from which you've been running. I never was more offended than when you walked the night, with your lying heart and your tired eyes. You know I was good to your fucked up ways. You know I was the only one who could have ever saved you from that temptation in your senses and that stutter in your jaw. I forced you in the mirror and you knew what it was for, but you couldn't get the grip and you couldn't hold your life. So you kept on walking and left the truth behind. Fuck that letter that you typed me. You couldn't even write me, because you couldn't bring yourself to sit longer with the pen ink and admit it to be true and admit it to be you. So you hid behind the keys that could hide behind you. I remember clearly of the days you took the pills. You didn't recognize the color or sure of what they do, but you took it and you swallowed and you added smoke and sniff and you tried to talk and chatter under breaths of innocence. You need to give me a second and look into my eyes so I can uncover all your stupid lies and your stupid roles and your stupid knives. There used to be a time when you came to me late in the night. You worried you were dying. You worried you were flying too high to come down, safely on the ground. Safely so you wouldn't lose again what you have found. Fuck it, you keep running. I bet it's the best you can do, because denial always looks so damn pretty on you. The next poem is Ability to Recreate. Children are little followers with the ability to recreate. Don't show them how to sit and cry about the things they hate. Angry eyebrows and scratching nails are behaviors that are learned. Teach them to laugh and smile. Teach them the tables can be turned. Their eyes are always watching, their imitations accurate and precise. They do what we do. They fight what we fight. Guide them to speak words that grow flowers, actions that join hands. They will do what they are shown. If you stand, they will stand. The next poem is This Choice. This choice, unlike the others, I cannot change. Am I sure about this? Did I think it through? So often I rethink what I've already decided and the outcome stays the same, over. This choice, unlike the others, matters deeply. This choice will carry on with the years. This choice will age with time. This choice will either make me happy or sadder than I've ever been. Am I sure about this? Did I think it through? With this choice it can begin, yet if made again, like the others, over. Next poem is Paper. Your heavy head gracefully brushes the green grass you so comfortably fell into. Eyes hidden behind darkness while the breeze dances between your hair. Your face sits in my hand so naturally. Your eyes stare so longingly. it's just a picture, it's just paper. I miss the times our laughs carried us to places we knew nothing about. We took pills to wash something, anything away, leaped into the night and slept through the breathing. We didn't have enough time to make judgment calls, to begin or to end. We just did everything. I heard the ticks, but I made up the tops. It stopped in time now, but kept playing in my heart. Have you heard me? I can sometimes sound like an angel. I can sometimes sound like your own voice. Did I mention how your eyes take me away? Did I mention how I have missed the linger in your stare? When you believe, when you feel, it bursts out of you like an explosion on the 4th of July. I love that about you. I miss that about you. With another glance, I see you, smiling next to me, cheek to cheek. We sit, and now I stare at something flat enough to misplace. But I stand it up, and I save it. But it's not enough. It's just a picture. It's just paper. This one is called Close One. I apologize for not knowing it by heart. We have never spoken words that meant more than this fight, and I never told you stories and found out if you cry. We share blood in a house, and what we lived without, I can't think of anything we ever talked about. Tears always fall upon my sullen face, tears apparently a mother couldn't save. We smile the same laughs, and it really is a shame. If it weren't for the blood, you wouldn't know my name. There are ways we get around ever making a sound, ever telling each other we'd like to stay around. We keep sitting in this chair, electric as can be, pretending we don't see what really came to be. We never sit on stoops, we never go to stores, we never do the things that blood buddies live for. We never talk about where we want to take our lives, and we probably never will, not even the day we die. Just a couple more I'm going to read. Next one is If I Could Speak to Every Heart. If I could speak to every heart, I would tell them not to worry. I would whisper in their ears that life is made to be funny. I would open up the sky for all the bleeding hearts to see that even after those trying times, the bleeding can be cleaned. I would hug the hearts with palpitations and pat the ones that are scared. I would speak to every single heart, anytime, anywhere. If I could talk to everyone with sad tears in their eyes, or even those with hints of hope and pockets full of whys, I would tell them if we stick together, anything can be done. Battles can turn to parties and hate can turn to love. The last one I'm going to read is A Single Rose. I, like a single rose, a single heart, when not looked upon, fall apart, with petals that fall when times get rough, when not loved just enough, with leaves that rot when someone forgot what a way to end, so forget me not.